The left is being manipulated by this cult. The right is being manipulated by this cult. And yet they have set the right at war with the left. And while people are fighting each other, they're not seeing that they're both being played by the same force. But what's happened since COVID, as you can see, is more and more people have started to grasp that this is not some made up as you go along system of control. It is actually very coldly calculated. And what I've been saying all these years is it's coldly calculated on a global level. There is a global network, what I call the global cult. And through that network, it imposes its will and its agenda on every country eventually, which is why during COVID, you had basically a global response that was the same. And here you now have, just by coincidence, all these countries now introducing digital ID. It's a global agenda instigated by a global network. And people like this guy, Keir Starmer, he's just a gopher. Trump is just a gopher. They're here today, gone tomorrow people. Whereas the cult network that's orchestrating it, has orchestrated it through the decades and the centuries, is always there. And this is a real line in the sand. And if we allow it to be crossed, then what's the future of freedom? There isn't any, you know?
But there is no solution. There is no solution for that.
Well, the solution is simple. There's 8 billion people in the world, I'm told. And the number of people in full knowledge who are imposing this is, by comparison, a handful. And what happens is people get sold belief systems, calculatedly, belief systems, religious belief systems of all kinds, political belief systems, scientific belief systems, all of them. And once you've got belief systems, it's like a honeycomb in a beehive. They're all these belief systems, all isolated from each other, all competing with each other, and then you play them off. And if you look at what's happening in America, it's classic. The left is being manipulated by this cult. The right is being manipulated by this cult. And yet they have set the right at war with the left. And while people are fighting each other, they're not seeing that they're both being played by the same force. And until we realize that and put down the fault lines of division, agree to differ, but concentrate on the common threat, then we might have a chance. But while we're fighting among each other, it's divide and rule. And so what you've got, you see, in America, you've got the right in power imposing itself on the left and using the left as the excuse to take away freedom. This guy's supposed to be of the left, and he's using the right to justify the destruction of freedom. And instead of saying, well, he's left and he's right, we should be saying, what's the outcome? What is the outcome in both cases? Freedom disappears. Freedom of speech disappears. And if people watch the outcome and not the words, not the rhetoric, they'll see that actually, whether it's left, right, or center, they're going in the same direction.
Should like buy crypto, gold, silver, what else? Which advice you to us?
Well, I'm not going to advise anyone financially. That's up to them. All I'm saying is, while we're divided, systematically divided, they will rule.
Yeah, but government controls the money, so that's it. If they impose digital money, so there is no solution.
Well, that's the whole idea of the digital ID and the digital currency is the complete control of money. But you know, people just have to look at the situation and decide individually what they want to do. What I'm saying is, from the big picture point of view, we're being played off against each other. You know, and whether I don't care what color you are, black, white, sky blue, pink. We're all in the gun sights of this cult, this global cult. And while we're fighting each other, they're laughing at us. And it's time to stop. Otherwise, we're going to cross this line, and it's going to be very difficult then.